not change. And you see, every time me try to build up myself, me keep broken down, me keep going back down. And something, and you know, say, in the same time when you did that, you break down, and you keep breaking down, and keep breaking down. That's the time when God is going to bless you. That's the time when He desires to bless you, because guess what? Regression make you into progression, right? When you regress, He then turned your regression into progression, right? So at the time when me did that, me a go on, me I say, God, me no want hear nothing more from you, me done. Me not fight no more, me not pray no more, me not this, me not that no more. And sitting there, me not know what else we do. But guess what? Me remember the person that Sunday, as me say, I remember when I was at church and I was worshiping. I don't know what took me over, but that Sunday I was giving God all I have, and I was worshiping Jesus, and I was worshiping, and I was lifting up my hand. I was there lifting up my hands and my heart and my body and my soul, my mind. Everything was in connection with God that morning. And while I was there worshiping God, and for a long time He had spoken to me and something, and I begin to worship, and it's as if I was taken from the outer court and I begin to go into the inner court, and I was there, and He started to reveal Himself to me. And while I was there and He started to reveal Himself, now He started to say, oh yes, my broken soul. And I felt my heart melted, because it was like months now me not hear that name, and I felt my heart melted, and I was like, yes, and I was worshiping God. And I see and the devil now, do you know what the devil use now? When I worship God, you know, the devil will come in, you know, and come and He use all of the problem we have face. He just start to push them up in your face in your time of worship, and He might push them up in your face. But guess what? What you must do is just worship your way through it. When you see them, when you worship God and you see the problems, them are put the devil are push up the problems them in your face. I say, see them there, and them there you have to worry about, because we're there start worship God, and you know, see your problem now fix. You know, see them now fix. You know, see them now take care. You know, say God no want now do this for you, God now do that for you. But guess what? Don't listen to the lies of the enemy, because He's just here to kill, steal, and destroy. If you just listen to the voice of God and continue to worship Him, if you continue to lift Him up in your struggles, in your problems, you will see the great breakthrough that you will receive. As the rap songwriter said, that mountains are still being moved and strongholds are still being broken. So therefore, when you worship God, He can move mountain. And not just faith alone can do it, but you can worship Him and mountain moves. You can worship Him and strongholds be broken, because God is God. That is a God that can do wonders. He said that in worshiping Him, we can get what we want from Him, because that's all He asks for us to do is offer ourselves to Him. He asks for us to offer ourselves to Him, and in offering ourselves to Him, that's when He will turn problems and situations around. We're not supposed to go there and beg and complain, because God hates a complainer. When we complain and when we beg, He might get frustrated and might say, all you want is just begging, all you want is just complaining. Sometimes you have to go up on your knees and say, God, see me here, me offer myself to you, and I say, take whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to do with my life. Yes, sometimes we have to say, God, just take me fully. Put me in your hands, wrap me in your arms, and do whatever you want to do with my life, because I am here and I am offering myself unto you. Yes, sometimes we have to do those type of things. We don't need to sit down and say, God, me want this, God, me want that, God, me this happened to me, and God, me don't know what to do. Sometimes you have to just sit down and worship your way through and say, God, see me, I surrender to you, to just take me and do whatever you want to do with me. If you want to fling me north, south, east, west, fling me north, south, east, west. If you want me to take up this, take up that, this, make me take them up, God, because you, my trust is in you. As the songwriter says, you must trust God. Yes, you must trust God. When your situation and your struggles them come up against you, you must trust God. Joseph had trust God. If Joseph never trust God, and if he never have faith in a God, he will still be in the prison. Joseph would have still be in a struggle. He would have still been a slave and so forth. He would have been there, not even know. You see, and he turns around to a place where Joseph's brothers, and when he end up at the last place, when he in a prison, and him go become rulers over the people in a prison and so forth, and then he become and he watch over the flocks and over the place and same thing, and him brother them come to them, and him a feed the people them and sitting and his brother them come to them, and the brother not even knows him, but him know that it was his brother and so forth, and he admit to them that yes, see, this is it at times. Sometimes the situation come up against us. Sometimes some struggles come up against us. Sometimes some problems come up against us. And when person plot against us, we must just trust God. Say, God, my trust is in you. God, I am depending totally on you. God, I am turning to you because no man can do it. Me can't turn to man, no, me can't turn to woman, me can't turn to nobody to say, yo, this is what I am going through and me help you get me through. Because if you turn to them will just sink you more and more. You have to turn to God. Sometimes you have to lie down on your belly and you have to bawl and say, God, this is it. God, this is my last breath. God, this is my last. And there and then you will be strengthened, because God said it in his word that where we are weak, there he will be our strength. He will give us strength there. So sometimes we have to do that. We have to go down and we say, God, this is my last breath. God, some situations are take over me. God, me not pretty up nothing. Say, God, why me there? And it come like say sexual sin just a lick out my life. And you have to put it down and you say, God, this is it. God, if me go continue like this, you might as well send me back out into the world. Because me not go sit down and me not go come to church and me not go play a church. Sometimes some lying demons, some lying spirits, some confusing, some chaos, some accusation, spirits go have to take we over. Some rumors spirit want to take we over, and we sit down the night and we are playing night, but we not play in a sin, because these things are sin. We must depend totally on God to take us out of it. We must bow to him. We must take these things as a means where we cry out to God and say, God, this is it, God. I can't go any further. And if this is going to be me, I'm asking you to let me go back in the world, because, listen, this can't be me. Me don't want for you play a church. Me don't want for you come to church and when me for worship, me worship now be true. Me don't want for you come to church and when me for pray, me prayer now be true, because me keep going back into the same situation. Me keep going back into the same sin. Me keep going back into the same problem. Yes, I mean sometimes in life, yes, sins are repeated. But guess what? God said we must turn away from them. Yes, him said turn away from your sins. He never said we must confess them and leave them at confession level. We say we must repent from them, and repent now means that we must only confess and leave them right there at the altar. It means that we must walk away from them, take a U-turn. No turn back in at them. It said take a U-turn from them and walk away. Dash them behind you and don't look back. That's God. That's the God we serve. And he will take care of the rest. He will take care of the rest. So every setback is for a comeback. Every setback you have in your life is for a comeback. I can tell you that I had a setback, even down to since week with my CXC result. I was there and I did my exam and so forth, and in my exam I realized that in a particular exam, I realized that it was just a bad luck time for me, and I just didn't know what to do. My phone rang in the exam, and it was saying, I say, you're not supposed to carry phone, and my phone ringing at the exam. And then take my paper and all of that, and me did it, and me go on, and me did the exam, and me come out and something. write me up to CXC and sit down, I come out of the exam and I did it, and I tell her say, yo, I go after the result come out and I apply for a school, a particular school or something. Them say they want to take me, but they want to see this grade because it would have want me with a major and I say I want to see this grade and something. And something and me say them me have to make an inquiry through from the school when I register with and something. Me end up at town, me go to the office, CCXC office, them send me back at Ochi, me go at Ochi, them send me back, I just back and forth with the same problem. And then now in the last day of the inquiry when they say after you, this is it. After the last day of the inquiry is when yesterday they said that this is the last day, and if you don't do the inquiry, they call me in the early morning and say if you don't do the inquiry by this day and send in the letter or whatever, by this day your grade will be ungraded. And I was there and I went to Ochi at the school, and I was there and I started to get some bad news and something because the principal, when I went there, the principal was in a meeting and I sat there for so long, and I was there and I started to get frustrated. I went to the administrative office, and while I was there at the admin office, I talked with a lady there, and she was saying that what I need to do now is write the letter, and after writing the letter, what me would have to do is take it up to the CXC Council in Kingston. And I turned to her and I said, Miss, I went there already. I mean, I think me I go back up there again because then say me if you come down here, so next at the school for send a letter. Then say, me do know me must send it off on my own. Me email it, me use the initiative to email it off on my own, but them no say them supposed to send a letter and them like fight it out and sit and I did there and I was there and I just sit down and I walk away a little. Me walk away from the office and go over to the bench, some lazy bench, and I sit there and I was there one day and I saying, God, you did tell me say you're gonna make me get them. Me say, God, you did tell me say you're gonna make me get them. So why this I know? Why me in this a contention? Why me in this a confusion? This a madness, this a chaos. Why am I in this, God? And you personally turn to me and say you're gonna make me get them. Right? You did tell me never asked you did tell me. And I sat there, and while I was there, I feel the urge to go back to the office and talk to the lady again, and I went back to the office and I was there talking to her. She said, all right, then I'm going to try to see if I can get the vice principal to come out of the meeting for a while. Then now him come out and him come and down and him start to talk to me, and I say, see, him show me the paper, the letter that CXC sent down, and him say, see it there, look at it. See the date there, this is the last day for sending the letter, and I hope that you would have come from morning or something, and him start to talk, and the principal, the vice principal start to just start to assist me. That's where God said, yeah, that is God's, that is the comeback that God had done. That is the comeback, because I was set up, right? I was set up, but God was there with him, and God was there with me, and God was working something. He started to assist me, and he started to do stuff on a speedy case where he was there, and he said, come with me to the admin. I went with him to the admin office, and I was there, and he said I should email him the letter, and I emailed him the letter, and he emailed it to the admin office, the lady that worked in the office, and she emailed it to CXC, and then she said that I should email one more to CXC, and I emailed back the letter again to CXC Council. Then again she said, all right, here what you're going to do now, you're going to call them. I'm going to give you a pre-slip, and you're going to call them and tell them to check if you see the email. When I called CXC, I was there, and I called them. Everybody gone back up meeting now, and me one left stranded. And I call CXC, they are going to tell me that they don't know nothing about that. They are never aware of these type of things that happen, and they don't know nothing about the letter business and whatever. And so be it. The lady said, hold on, let me connect you to a next call. And I was connected to a next call, and that lady said me she don't know nothing about it and whatever. And I started to explain myself, and I was there, and in my mind I was just upset and I want to cuss, but my mouth wasn't letting it out. I was so humble, and in my mind, me just want to cuss. Me in my mind I cuss, but outside it now come out. My mouth just now let out the cussing because of the people them, and me I tell you, man, It was a struggle, it was a battle between my mind and my mouth, because it now come out. And I tell her, say, it did that, and the lady said, she don't know nothing, and she said, alright, what is the process? And I tell her, I said, Miss, you want, and I turn to her, I said, Miss, you want me to read the letter to you? And she just give me a conclusion of the letter, and I give her the conclusion. So here she go said to me, say, no, she don't know nothing about that. So she said, anyways, I'm going to connect you to a department. I said, Miss, this is the email that I have sent. These are the person when I send the email to. So she said, oh, okay, let me connect you to his office. I go over to his office now, one next woman pick up the phone. Him not there. None of them not there. One now come in till tomorrow and the next one now there, not there, and he now go work, whatever. So me don't know. I mean, the next lady said, alright, give me a minute. That's the last person I think I would have talked to. And she said, give me a minute. And she put down the phone, and then I heard somebody come back on the phone. And when she come back on the phone, she said, Mr. Anthony is not here, but what I can do is give you his number and you call him. Personally, it's not even the man office number. Because when me call the man and the man say, I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't understand, because I would have to go to the office and check up and see what is what. And the man said, I don't know what you're talking about. But the man said there was some worryingness. The man knows me that worry. The man knows me that fret. And the man sit down and the man says, don't worry yourself. Him said, don't worry yourself. Him say, today the last day, but don't worry yourself. And I sit down there, and I was there, And him said, alright then, hear what? This is my personal number, and I don't know how them give you my personal number, because persons that from for work should not call me my personal number. But hear what, I'm gonna do something for you. And him turn on and him go to the office, and when him reach at the office, him call me. That time me up on my way, I got the next school, when I'm supposed to go. And him call me, and he said to me, say, I don't see the letter. And I said, sir, yes, I sent the letter. It was sent twice, and the school had sent it as well. And him say, no, see it. Then in 5 seconds, him say, oh, see it here. And I felt my heart. And while he's there, and him tickled, and him say, all right then, and him hung up. Then I felt the need to send him the letter from CXC. So I send it to his WhatsApp, and him send back and say, alright, don't worry yourself. Then while I was there at the school, I registered and something to get my acceptance letter and stuff for medical form and so. The man called back and him said, alright then. So this is it. I've sent it to the letter where it should go. So just keep across and 10 to 15 working days, you'll hear the result. And I was like, oh God, thank you. I don't know who else me fi thank but God. So that me tell us, when chaos, when madness, when situation come up against you, you have to thank him. You have to praise him, praise the way through. Right? And I can say to you, while all of this are going, I dep on my way I go to this school where I should register to go. Me dep on my way I go, and I can tell you that there was just one song in my, that's not even one song, more than the part of a song in my head, just ringing and ringing and ringing. It was a Tasha, because that I think it says that he didn't send it to break you, but he sends it to make you. That was the only thing ringing and ringing and ringing in my head. I come in yesterday and I was there trying to listen to find this song, and I can't find it, and it keep ringing. When I wake up this morning, I heard this song in my spirit, and it was like, I was there and I was like, oh, me don't know this song, but it just a play. This part of the song just a play in my spirit. And me just say, me don't know this. Me I try to figure out, me I try to find it, and I can't find it. And something then there, and then me find what it was a live performance, and I've part of it. And it's like, me did it, and me just start to worship God. And me just start to worship God, because I'm saying, God, if I had not trust you, if I had not faith in you, how would my setback become my comeback? I know I'm saying that I am accepted in the college, and I can say, yes, God, you are God. Because my setback, the setback of what persons say about me. I've been hearing persons saying every minute him gone to school and him this and him that, and everywhere, every turn I be a school and no one not a life, and him in an ambition and him worthless, and them say, yes, these are the words that person used against me, and these are the words that kind of set me back, because these words them say and them speak out of them mouth, them set me back. And then God just come into it by me having faith in him, by me trusting God, and by me praising my way through. God's come into it. He put his foot in and he step in it, and he worked things out. He worked things out, and I can say yes to him this morning. I can say thank you, Jesus, to him this morning. So I'm saying to you all, my brethren, I'm saying to you all for this nation, whenever you're going through your situation, whenever things come up against you, whenever you feel like you can't come out, whenever you feel like there's a storm come rocking your ship, just trust God. Put your faith in God, and when you put your faith in God, things will work out. When the storms rocking your ship, all you have to do is just praise away through. Pay no mind to the storm, pay no mind to the situation, pay no mind to whatever happen. Or when the devil are flinging in your face, or when he might use your box, or when he might use your tear off your face, or when he might use your lick you down, pay no mind to it and just worship God. Just worship God. Just worship God. Just offer yourself to him. Just worship God, and you will see God work things out. You will see how he work it out, because he had worked it out for me. He had worked it out for Joseph, and he's working it out for you as well. So just go and worship God. Just go and lift him up. Just go and praise him. No, make nothing stop you from worship God. And if you're not yet saved, just come and join God banner. Just come and join God's chain, because this chain it have a link that will never go broken. This chain, the chain that God is building, it have a link that can't break. It have a link where him just do wondrous things, as he reminded us that this is just the beginning. So I'm asking you unsaved to come on board, be on this, give your life to God, surrender your life to God before it's too late, because God is coming. There's a time and a place for everything, as it's said in the word of God. There's a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to play, a time to die. So come on board before it's too late, my unsaved brethren. Come on board, for God is eternal, and I want to spend my eternity with him, and where we all can have a jolly good time in heaven. So come on board, my unsaved brethren. Yes, God bless you.